With all that's going on in the world today, so many people are dealing with anxiety and fear, worried about the future, worried about what if this happened, what if that happened. In today's show, I'm going to talk about how you deserve to be happy, how you can embrace your happiness and thrive by overcoming anxiety and fear. You deserve to be happy, and you can overcome any fear or anxiety that you're dealing with right now. See, right now in this world that we live in, a lot of people are struggling with anxiety, with fear, with emotional pain right now, the uncertainty of what can happen or what's happening. Things are going on, and some of you are dealing with situations in your families close to you, near to you. You're trying to figure out like how to overcome some of this emotional trauma, the emotional pain you're dealing with. Some of you are mourning your loved ones that transitioned, and some of you are dealing with some situations in your life that you are overcoming, whether it be in your finances, in your health, in your relationship. You deserve to embrace life, to enjoy life, to live life abundantly. A lot of people, they stay in toxic situations, they stay in negative circumstances because they don't feel that they deserve better. They don't believe that they deserve to be happy no matter what's going on. And some people may have talked down on you or told you you should have been this way, or you should have made that decision, or you were wrong, or you live in the wrong way in your life, or whatever. Regardless of what people have said to you, regardless of what information you've gotten from others on the outside, as you tap on the inside, as you tap into the God in you, and you connect with source of the abundance of love and joy and peace, when you tap into that source, you can be led to know that you deserve to be happy, that you deserve to be at peace, that you deserve to be healthy, that you deserve to be loved, that you deserve to be prosperous, that you deserve to be abundant. And some of you, that may sound strange. It may feel strange because you've struggled with receiving the knowing that you deserve good things, that you are deserving of good things. And some of you think, well, I need to work harder. Well, I need to be better. I need to do better. I need to give this or do that. And really what I'm here to encourage you to understand is that you alone, your existence is enough to know that you deserve good things, that you deserve peace and joy and love and abundance and happiness. And you don't have to be stuck in any situation. And you don't have to let any circumstance hold you back from your abundance. You don't have to let any circumstance hold you back from your truth, the truth of who you are, created in the image of God, walking abundantly and prosperous in every area of your life, mind, body, and spirit, moving throughout life in a joyful, courageous energy, not fearing what tomorrow will bring, but embracing the goodness of your now moment, embracing the peace of your now moment, embracing the love coming from your now moment. See, we often get so ahead of ourselves when we get to worrying about what tomorrow will bring. Well, what if this happened? Well, what if that happened? Then fear sets in, and anxiety. Anxiety is just a result of you having a pattern of worrying, that constant pattern of worrying about something, worrying about your finances, worrying about your health, worrying about your relationships, worrying about your loved ones. You constantly worrying, you having this pattern of worrying is what creates anxiety. When you learn to switch that pattern off and focus more on gratitude, focus on more of being thankful and grateful and appreciative of this now moment, appreciative that you can inhale and exhale, appreciative that you can see, that you can hear, that you can speak, that you can communicate, that you can receive communication from others, that you can go outside and breathe in fresh air, that you can feel the sunshine down on your skin. See, those are luxuries that come to us for free, and we often take those luxuries for granted. But the fact that you don't need a breathing machine, whoa, that is such a blessing and such a reason to be grateful. You are now experiencing this now moment. Many of you have your own home, you have careers and jobs and family and friends, and there's so many things you can tap into to be thankful for. And even if you don't have your own home, you have a bed to sleep in. It's so many things to be thankful for. There's so many things to be grateful for. So as you tap more into creating a pattern, a rhythm, a mindset of gratitude, a mindset of appreciating all that life has to offer you, even in the midst of certain things not going your way, you not putting your focus on what's not going your way, but you putting your focus on all the blessings and abundance that surround you and all the good things, the goodness of God that is going your way right now. And as you begin to focus on that, and you can just thrive in that energy. You can thrive in that energy. And the more you thrive in that energy, the more you realize how much God wants you to be happy, how much God wants you to be prosperous, how much God created you to be abundant, to be healthy and loving and all of those good things. And then you know that you deserve that happiness. You know that you were created in that happiness, in that love. You were created from love. You come from love. You are love. Love is in you and dwells in you and radiates out of you. And so you operating in that, not allowing any situation, any circumstance, any illness, any threat to get in your mindset. And no matter what's going on in the world around us and what's happening and who's doing this and what happened to that person and what they said and what they did and the politicians and the news and all of that stuff, you can still be at peace. Why? Because you are focused on what's going on within. Because you have tapped into infinite source, almighty, powerful God, the God in you. And you dwell in that energy. You dwell in that power. You dwell in that loving, joyous experience in your life. And as you operate, no matter what's going on around you, you know without a shadow of doubt that no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. So it doesn't matter what may form and what threats may come and what people may say and what things may be happening around you. You have a clear mind, a clear knowing, a clear clarity that all things are working together for your good. Even the things that don't look like they working together, they are all working together for your good. And you know this. You know it. It's a knowing. You don't have to no longer hope for it. You don't even have to believe for it. You know it. You've leveled beyond hoping and believing. You're at a knowing that everything is working out for your good, that you have nothing to worry about. That even the things that didn't make sense, even the things that seemed like they were against you, somehow, some way, eventually, you'll see that it was all working together for your good. And you was asking for more. You was believing for more. And as you done that, things begin to shift in your life. See, there are shifts that are happening right now. Some of you are going through some shifts right now. You don't understand what's going on. You don't understand your body is even different. You don't even have the same type of routine that you had before. Things are off. Your sleeping is off. Things are just different. And you don't understand it because, see, it's a spiritual shift going on right now in your life. And you are shifting and aligning. And really, things are shifting and aligning in your favor. It's shifting and aligning just exactly the way you desired it to be. But some of you, what happens is you get nervous because you like, what's going on? Why is this happening? And you try to stop things. You try to figure things out. You try to get in the way of things. And that's what holds back from everything coming into place. I'm here to encourage you today to know, to allow the flow of the shift to align you to what it is you really truly desire. And knowing that that thing you asking for, you've been believing for, you've been praying for, you've been wanting, that things are moving on your behalf. And so this is why it's time for you to let go and let God, to surrender, to know that everything is working together for your good, to know that you really do deserve happiness. You question, well, maybe I'm not ready. Well, maybe I don't deserve. Well, maybe I'm not good enough for it. No, that's not true. That's not at all true. What's happening is things are moving and shifting, and right now it looks like it's working against you, but it's actually working for you. And as you continue to trust the process that is giving birth to the very thing you desire, as you trust the process, you're going to see it all unfold before your eyes. You're going to receive it. You're going to feel it. You're going to embrace it. You're going to live it. This is why it's important for you to not worry. This is why it's important for you to not fear, because God is for you. You got to look at those situations that look like they're against you. You got to laugh at them, literally, and be like, ha ha, this is a joke, because I know this is not my truth. Sometimes you got to look at that bank account, and that number in that bank account, it don't represent what you know is for you. You got to say, ha ha, yeah, the bank say this, but I know I am prosperous and abundant. I know that money is coming, sources, abundance, multiple streams of income, ideas, alignment, partnerships. You got to laugh at that situation that is against you. You got to laugh at the threats that come up that makes you believe that something is wrong with you. And you got to say, I know that I'm healthy. I know that I'm blessed. I know that I'm full of love and joy and peace. What loneliness? I'm not the feeling of loneliness. This is not me. This is not who I am. I am always covered. God is with me. He never leaves me nor forsake me. I'm never alone. I am never alone. As a matter of fact, some of these people that have moved and shifted out of my life is only to make room for even greater, even more blessings of love and abundance and peace. And I'm here to allow. Thinking that maybe God is mad at me. No, God is not mad at you. God is loving you. He is smiling on you. So you got to know that you deserve all the happiness that God has for you. You were created for. You were created. You were here to experience it, to embrace it, to receive it, to allow it. And I want to say, a lot of times we sabotage our happiness. And I actually wrote a book about that. It's actually available for pre-order for those of you who are new watching. Sis, Be Nicer to Yourself. And the book is all about how self-sabotage and codependency blocks you from manifesting love, happiness, and money. See, we often work against ourselves, and this is a way for us to clear out some of the things we're unaware of and allow the blessings to unfold in our life. We'll go ahead and get into Ask Rainie and Pat.
How do I teach my teen to prioritize self-care while I'm in the process of healing?
The best way to do that is to practice the self-care yourself. We teach our kids through our actions. Let them see you having your quiet time and shutting away from the world and meditating. Let them see you working out, going to the gym, taking care of your health, eating healthy, drinking your water. Let them see you praying. Let them see you journaling and writing your thoughts, doing things to invest in your mind, body, and spirit. And as they see you do that, they're going to pick up those habits. It's going to come natural to them. Yeah, you may have some days where you're crying and you're emotional, but you're also working on you.
So often, parents try to help their kids to avoid going through stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's not just about avoidance. You can't prevent all type of scenarios to come up because they have their own path, their own journey. The key is not to prevent them from going through anything, but it's to equip them with the necessary insight and understanding for how to deal with situations when they do face challenging moments. They're going to have to deal with it either way it goes. And the best thing to do is to give them the tools that you may not have received at that age, but give them those tools so that they don't have to go through those experiences the same way you had to learn later on in life.
because you want your child to have healthy relationships. You want them to know how to manage healthy relationships and how to interact with people. And you teach them how to have healthy relationships by showing them how you have healthy relationships. If you're constantly dealing with toxic people, toxic relationships, that will have an influence on them in some way.
Okay, I had another question. What advice do you have to help me to not fall into a relationship too quickly? I feel like when I meet people, sometimes I jump into things too fast.
I meet a lot of women and some men who fall fast. They're head over heels. They move real fast. They move in with each other, giving their all to this person that they just met, mind, body, spirit, everything, just intimacy, everything. They just open up. They want all their time and attention to be on this new person. And I always tell people like that, really take your time. Take your time to get to meet people, get to know people, get to build a relationship through communication, reading energy, talking, developing some type of friendship before you give your all to someone and put all your time and attention on a person. Please take your time, because as you take your time and you have boundaries, you have certain boundaries. You say, I'm not doing this. Set healthy boundaries, because when you set healthy boundaries, a lot of times people think, well, won't that make the person not want to be with me or leave me, or the right person? When you have boundaries, you're going to attract the right person to respect your boundaries. If you know in your heart you don't feel comfortable opening yourself up so quickly to somebody, if that really don't sit right with you, don't do it. Because what happens is the relationship moves fast. Then you find out later on down the line, this is not who I thought he was. Everybody put their best face forward in the beginning. It's like the interviewing process. Yeah. But you really get to know the person and know if they're really going to be there for you as you let yourself be patient through the process to really learn who they are.
When you clearly communicate at the beginning of a relationship, then you avoid any type of confusion, except for people that's trying to be deceiving. That's a whole different story. But you let them know up front, like what your goals are, the things that you're trying to do. You putting your best face forward shouldn't mean that you not communicating your standard.
And it actually eliminates deception and people who are trying to be deceiving. Because usually if they coming in because they want to be deceiving and they trying to just try to do something to just use you in some way or deceive you in some way,
get in them pants or something.
Those people, right, those people won't last through the boundaries. Those are the people that get turned off with the boundaries, and they don't have the patience enough. Those people, you get rid of them quick when you have those boundaries and you take your time.
You don't have to have any type of anxieties about staying in a committed relationship, any fear of the future or anything like that. You can be true to who God created you to be. You can be true to your values. You can be true to what you believe in and communicate that to somebody up front. You ain't got to hide that stuff and then later on you like, oh, well, I thought he was going to try to get right and all this other stuff, and maybe I can help change him in some type of way.
But you want to make sure that you take your time and you communicate who you are fully. You may think, oh, that person came and he used me and he deceived me and got me pregnant. But could you have been deceiving by not telling him your full truth? By not really being truly, authentically yourself.
I have another question too. What do you do if you feel alone? I would like to move to a new living environment. Should I consider it?
I think you should deal with the feeling of alone. You don't have, just because you live by yourself and you don't have children, you don't have to feel alone. You can connect with like-minded people, support groups, get involved in your community, get involved in volunteering, get involved in making a difference and following your passion and your purpose and really getting excited about life. You can have a full, fulfilled, prosperous, joyous life and be single with no kids. I know a lot of single people that's that's doing it. They're traveling. They're involved in different groups and different activities. Follow your passion and your purpose. Fill your life with the things that bring joy to you, and not get so caught up in looking for another person or somebody to live with me or kids in order to be happy. No, you can find your happiness, your abundance where you are right now. When you do that, you actually attract, you attract even more relationships, like-minded relationships, love and connections, because you're not looking for it. You're just enjoying your life. And that's really how it goes. Just enjoy your life where you are.
Everybody's life is different, and everybody has their own particular journey. No specific interaction that you may see is one of perfect fulfillment. We don't have to be lonely. We can create the life and experience that we desire, filled with the peace and joy that lights us up doing the things that we enjoy.
I think society creates this mindset and belief that you have to be in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, then something's wrong with you, then you're lonely, then you're sad. No, you don't have to receive that mindset.
I do have another question. This is from Instagram. What are your thoughts about asking financial questions like credit score and about finances while dating?
I don't think you should ask those questions at the very first date, because sometimes those first dates feel like interviews, and that could be a turnoff. Just get to know people. As time goes on, you may feel led to have a conversation and those questions come up, but let it flow. Let it be natural. It doesn't have to be so forced and concrete and structured like an interview. It's so important that you just take your time and you feel people out. You don't want to push people away with your questions. As time goes and you fill out the whole conversation, that you allow yourself to be open enough to have those conversations. If you're going to ask that, I think you should volunteer your information too. Understand that those are private questions for people, and you really want to get to build that trust and that comfort where they feel comfortable enough to even talk to you about that stuff.
Trust is important. You hit the nail on the head with the last piece, because some people do feel private about finances. 30% of couples truly know the financial state of the other individual. Finances is a topic that people don't commonly discuss. And people kind of dance around that just in general. So when you first meeting somebody, and that's part of the conversation, I do think there's a level of trust that should be generated prior to diving all the way into it. You really get to see how a person manages their finances just by spending time with them and getting to see their behavior. I think behavior will identify their values as it relates to finances.
All right. Well, thank you guys for your questions. Be sure to email us your questions. If you have other questions, you can email us at support@RainieHoward.com. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you.
Yeah. Have a blessed
week.
Have a blessed week.
Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in. We really enjoyed connecting with you in this show. Now I want to hear from you. Let me know how you will begin to create boundaries, knowing that you deserve to be happy. Let us know in the comments. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel and like and share our messages with others. We really appreciate you, and we look forward to connecting with you in the next show.